Hello friends, I am Dr. V.P. Deshpande, Head Department of Physics, Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kannada. Now this is nuclear fission. Nuclear fission is the process of splitting up the nucleus of heavy atoms into two smaller nuclei with the release of a large amount of energy is known as fission. The byproducts includes free neutrons, photons, usually in the form of gamma rays, and other nuclear fragments such as beta particles and alpha particles. The equation for fission process is: here is uranium 92 atomic number, 235 mass number, plus 0 n1, that is neutron is bombarded on this. The product is uranium 236 92 plus x plus y plus neutrons. Now uranium 236 92 is a highly unstable isotopes, and xy are the fission fragments. The fragments are not exclusively determined because there are various combinations of fragments possible and number of neutrons are given off. Typical fission reactions are 92 uranium 35 plus 0 n1, that is 1 neutron, which is equal to 92 uranium 236, as also byproduct beryllium 56 141 plus krypton 3692 plus 3 neutron plus q means it is energy. Now 92 uranium 235 plus 1 neutron is added, we get 92 uranium 236, beryllium 54 140 plus 38 krypton 92 plus 2 neutron 0 n1 plus q, where q is the energy released in the reaction. According to equation 2, when 92 uranium 35 235 is bombarded by slow moving neutrons, the nucleus becomes unstable and splits into beryllium and krypton, releasing 3 neutrons and energy. Now, energy release in the fission. In the process of nuclear fission, a large amount of energy is released. This energy is produced due to the original mass of the nucleus is greater than the sum of the masses of the product produced after fission. The difference between these two masses before and after fission is converted into energy. Now, according to Einstein's energy mass relation, E is equal to mc square. The energy released per fission can be calculated as follows. Let us consider the fission of 92 uranium 235. The fission reaction is shown in figure. From the binding energy curve for heavy nucleons with atomic number A is equal to 236, the binding energy per nucleons B is 7.6 MeV. For a nucleus with medium weight, it is about 8.5 MeV. Hence, the average binding energy per particle is given by 0.9 MeV, more in the fission products than the compound nucleus. Thus, this excess of 0.9 MeV per nucleons must be liberated in the fission process. The total energy liberated per fission uranium 92 to 36 is given by EF is equal to 236 8.5 minus 7.5, which is nearly equal to 212 MeV. We shall calculate the total energy released by considering only the fission products. Let us consider neutron plus uranium 92-236. The product is MO 4298 plus Xe 54-136 plus 2 neutron. The total mass of the nuclei before fission is 1.0087 plus 235.0439, which is equal to 236.0526 AMU. The total mass of the nuclei after fission is 235.8306 AMU. The mass difference is 0.2220. The energy release is 0.220 into 931, which is equal to 206 MeV. The energy release 1 kilogram of uranium during fission. Number of the atoms in the 1 kilogram of uranium is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power minus 26 divided by 235. Energy released in one fission is equal to 200 MeV. Energy producing during 1 kilogram of uranium during the fission 6.023 into 10 to the power 26 divided by 235 into 200, which is equal to 5.128 10 to the power 26 MeV. Therefore, it is 5.128 into 10 to the power 26 into 1.6 into 10 to the power 19 divided by 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 kilowatt, which is equal to 2.26 into 10 to the power 7 kilowatt H. Thus, the energy release fission of 1 kilogram is 2.26 into 10 to the power 7 kWh. Due to this reason, nuclear energy is being used for generation of electricity. Now, chain reaction. A chain reaction is a reaction in which a neutron colliding with an atomic nucleus causes fission and ejection of one or more other neutrons, which induce other nuclei to split a heavy nucleus undergoing fission. Splits into two smaller nuclei and two or three neutrons with the release of energy. The neutrons released in the fission can go on to produce fission in the three other uranium-235 nuclei. These uranium nuclei split to produce further neutrons, which in turn trigger fission in the further uranium-235 nuclei and so on. Suppose a single neutron causing fission in a uranium nucleus produces three prompt neutrons. The three neutrons in turn may cause fission in three uranium nuclei producing 9 neutrons. These 9 neutrons in turn may cause fission in 9 uranium nuclei producing 27 neutrons and so on. The number of the neutrons produced in n such generation is 3 raised to n. The ratio of secondary neutrons produced to original neutrons is called as multiplication factor K. Consider 1 kilogram of 92 uranium 235, which contains 6.023 10 to the power 26 upon 235, or about 25 into 10 to the power 23 atoms. Suppose a stray neutron causes fission in uranium nucleus. Each fission will release on the average of 2.5 neutrons. The velocity of neutrons among the uranium atoms is such that fission captures of thermal neutrons by the uranium 92-235 AMU takes place in the about 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. Each of these fission in turn will release 2.5 neutrons. Let us assume all these neutrons are available for the inducing further fission reactions. Let n be the number of the stage fission capture required to distribute the entire mass 1 kilogram. The time required for 60 fusion to takes place is equal to 60 into 10 to the power minus 8 second, which is equal to zero point 0.6 microsecond. In view of the fact that each fusion release about 200 MeV of the energy, this is total 5 into 10 to the power 26 MeV of the energy is released in zero point 0.6 second. The release of this microsecond, the release of this tremendous amount of energy such a short time interval leads to violent explosion. This results in powerful air blast and high temperature of order of 10 to the power 7 Kelvin or more. In addition, intense radioactivity, the self propagating process described here is called chain reaction. Two possible types of chain reaction can be takes place. In one of the chain reaction, neutrons is first accelerated so that neutrons are built up to the certain level, and thereafter the number of the fusion producing neutrons kept constant. This is control chain reaction. Such a control chain reaction is used in nuclear reactors. In the other type of chain reaction, the number of the neutrons is allowed to multiply indefinitely and the entire energy release all at once. This type of reaction takes place in the atom bombs. Now multiplication factor K is given by number of the neutrons in any one generation divided by number of the neutrons in the preceding generation. The fission chain reaction will be critical or steady if K is equal to 1. It will be building up to the supercritical when K is greater than 1, and it will be dying down or subcritical when K is less than 1. Critical size and critical mass for maintenance of chain reaction. Critical size, the actual size of the material which allows the escape of neutrons to such an extent that at least one neutron is positively left behind per fission reaction is known as critical size. And critical mass, the mass corresponding to the critical size per fission reaction is called as critical mass of that material. If the mass of fissionable material is less than the critical mass, nuclear fusion would not occur. This situation is called as subcritical. If the mass of fissionable material is more than the critical mass, then the situation is called supercritical. Critical mass has always a definite value for any specific system.